and I'm talking a little bit about this beauty, which is my new book. So the title is If You Give Me a Lily, I'll Make It a Field. And what the structure is, it's my art history lectures, it's the information from my lectures, but then it's put into a narrative. And so I'm taking all kinds of historical stories, I'm looking at works of art. Then I'm also working humor and Jeffrey Epstein jokes into them as well. So the crux of what I do, not only as a novelist, but also as a professor, is just tell intoxicating stories. So I want to look at works of art and I want to tell these stories. And I want to make sure, even if my students aren't maybe totally gung-ho about looking at works of art in a museum or maybe reading about works of art and things like this, but they still get great stories like how Napoleon almost moved to this crappy little town in southern Ohio, which is Gallipolis. And not everybody knows that about Napoleon. And I know a lot about crappy little towns, and Gallipolis is really one of them. I talk about Stonehenge. Stonehenge is the greatest mystery on planet Earth, and it almost moved to Cleveland. Like, imagine how upset the Palms would be if to see Stonehenge, they had to travel all the way to northeastern Ohio. Talk about the Caravaggio painting that's in the Cleveland Museum of Art. So important. It's painted the same year that Caravaggio killed somebody by severing a vein in his penis. And that's just something you really didn't want to do then. You really don't want to do it now. You might not even want to think about it. So telling stories like that, talking about the Roman Empire, the day when Julius Caesar was killed. That's the single most monumentous day in the history of human civilization. All right, we talk about what happened, we look at the figures, we talk about what didn't happen, what could have happened, talking Cleopatra, Mark Antony, Octavius, all of that is in there. And with Roman art, you can look at all those people. We're also talking about King Tut. Coolest single thing to ever happen on planet Earth was that discovery of King Tut's tomb. So we're going to go in and we're going to take a look at what came out, and we're going to look at the narrative around that. That all comes into these intoxicating stories that we look at within this book and what we look at in our lectures. And it's fun to look at, and it is great fun to talk